Hello and welcome to Sports Today. Plenty of activity in Indian cricket at the moment after the humiliating loss that the Indian team suffered in Test match cricket. All eyes are at Raipur, the venue of the second ODI between India and South Africa, because that's where the action is. According to reports, that's where the review meeting is going to happen. But this particular update is not about that review meeting. It's not about the debacle in Test match cricket. It is about the shortest format of the game, because in all of this, there is also a T20I series to be played versus South Africa. 5-match T20I series, and the team for that is going to be picked tomorrow, while that one-day match between India and South Africa is happening in Raipur. Now, a lot of people were anyway pointing fingers at the fact that it's just a week to go for that T20I series to start, and we still haven't heard from the selectors as to what the T20 team is going to look like. And I must say, they've left it for the 11th hour. It's pretty late to be announcing that T20I team, but there was good reason why they've done that. So the team today, we're giving you this update. It's the 2nd. The game is to be played on 3rd. That's the day the team is going to be picked. And that's less than a week away from the first T20I between India and South Africa that is to be played on the 9th. So 6 days is all that the team will have to assemble and then get ready for that first T20I. And now, why that delay? It's primarily because of the two players that you see behind me, Hardik Pandya, Shubman Gill, both recuperating from the injury. So the delay was because they wanted to find out whether these two very crucial members of the Indian T20 setup, whether they will be fit or not. One, remember, is a vice captain. One, remember, was the captain in the T20I setup not too long ago. So I'm going to give you the update as to what we know right now. Let's start with Hardik Pandya, and the good news is that he is making the cut. He's going to return to the T20I team after missing the T20I series in Australia. Remember, he pulled up ahead of that final in Asia Cup, couldn't make that final because of an injury, and has been out of action since. Played a Syed Mushtaq Ali game for Baroda, where he scored a match-winning 77 runs, gave away a half century while bowling. That's because Abhishek Sharma from Punjab was in some fine form, but he bowled his quota of 4 overs and he also got a match-winning 77, thereby signaling his intent of returning back to the team. And this is the evidence that the selectors wanted to see. That's happened. Hardik Pandya all set to come back to that T20 team. The other question is over Shubman Gill, and the uncertainty there still remains. I'm going to tell you what we have picked up here on Sports Today. This is a BCCI source who's told Sports Today, and this is specifically when asked about Shubman Gill for T20Is, and I quote him, he says, he has not been cleared as yet. He's at the NCA, and when I say he's not been cleared as yet, this is on the eve of the selection. So Shubman Gill is still not available for selection. He's at the NCA. Just a reminder, he reached NCA yesterday. Okay, so on Monday he was there at the NCA, and the primary reason he's reached the NCA is because he's going to go through a few tests, and basis which they're going to take a call whether he can be selected for the T20I setup or not. But right now, as I said, on the eve, he's not been cleared by the NCA, and he reached NCA 24 hours ago. That is yesterday. Some tests have already happened. His exact status will be known soon. So I'm guessing maybe later tonight or early tomorrow. Definite status will be informed to the selectors. Now, what I'm picking up, because it is unlikely, there could be a possibility that he is picked in the team, but maybe not from the first T20I, maybe a little later. That is something that you can do, because right now he's very crucial. I know a lot of people will say it's just a T20I series, but remember, the audition for that T20I World Cup are happening. We're not too far away. We're already in December. February is when that tournament starts. And are you 100% sure that Shubman Gill, of course he's been given that mandate, but are you eyes closed 100% sure he is the man to open? Maybe, maybe not. So as I said, that audition is still on. So that is why you want to see Shubman play as many T20Is before that T20I World Cup, which is why everyone is very keen. Had this situation not been there at the T20I World Cup, maybe you're allowed Shubman to take some time, recuperate a bit more and then return. But I think they're eager to have him back. So there is a possibility that he makes the first T20I, though that is looking unlikely. But the greater possibility could be that he then is announced in the team, but they wait for his fitness and take a call right before that first T20I. If not, he travels with the team, makes it to the second or the third T20I. That is what we are picking up, the latest on Shubman Gill. But one thing is for sure, that the selectors, BCCI is very keen to have him because they really want to see him a bit more in T20Is, which is why they're waiting till the 11th hour to take a call on him. What are the other calls that you're going to take? The T20I team is pretty much settled, so I don't think you're going to have any issues there as to what are you going to do. Now, in case a Shubman Gill here, if he doesn't make it, what you're going to do, maybe you might carry a backup opener. That could be a thought process, in which case you might look at a Yashasvi Jaiswal to come in as the backup opener. The selectors could do that, if not for the entire series, maybe for the games that Shubman is not 100% certain to start. Or there could be another school of thought. You name Shubman in the squad, even if he doesn't open, you already have a Sanju Samson who has opened. But if you ask me, I think that may not be wise, because then again you push Sanju to open, and then few matches later if Shubman is there, then he again goes back. So it's best to then have him in the position where you're going to be playing him in the longer run. So that may be the case. But as I said, either look at Yashasvi. Three scenarios. Shubman miraculously makes it to the first T20I, then great, no issues. If does not, is part of the squad, Sanju opens in a game or two till Shubman comes. Or if you really think it's racing against time for Shubman, then they might just name a Yashasvi Jaiswal as the backup. No other change you can see, but the one change might happen, and that is here Nitish Kumar Reddy, because once Hardik Pandya comes in, then Nitish Kumar Reddy might have to make way for a Hardik as the fast bowling all-rounder who comes in. The other thing which might be slightly different to what we saw, this is the last team, by the way, that played in Australia, so everyone remains the same. Jasprit Bumrah, expect him to be back for the T20Is. He's resting in the ODIs, but T20Is he has to play. T20I World Cup is here. The other one, Kuldeep Yadav, remember, he was sent back from Australia. He was pulled out and asked to play red ball cricket to prepare for that series versus South Africa. That may not be the case here. Also, in Australia, you didn't need too many spinners in your 11, but now that you're playing in India, there have been occasions where India have played 4 spinners in their 11 as well. So they already have plenty of spinning options. So Kuldeep now is going to remain there. Alongside him, you of course have Varun Chakravarti, Akshar Patel and Washington Sundar. So not too many changes expected in that T20I team that is going to be picked in Raipur tomorrow. For more such updates, don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today. A reminder, daily flagship program, a podcast, Dugout, is going to be live very soon. So see you then.